All right, so let me go over the different kinds of triangles. So first we have just a regular no-name triangle, okay? That means all three sides are different. All three angles are different, okay? Something to know is all of the sides, sorry, not all the sides, all of the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, okay? So back to triangles. Three sides are different, three angles are different. They're all different from each other. In a right triangle, it doesn't matter what's different or the same. What matters is that one of the angles is 90 degrees. Okay? One angle is 90 degrees. And this is a right triangle. Then we have what is called an equilateral triangle. And an equilateral triangle gets its name because all sides are same and all angles are the same. Okay, and we can tell those, like we can distinguish them because they'll have lines like that. And the lines, sometimes it's one, sometimes it's two. The lines mean that they're the same, okay? So if we have, for example, this and this, the single lines here mean that these two are the same, and the double lines here means that these two sides are the same. So depending on how many lines there are, all the things, all the sides that have the same number of lines, that means that they're the same, okay? So in an equilateral triangle, all of the sides will have the same number of lines. And since all of the angles are the same, all the angles in an equilateral triangle are 60 degrees, no matter what, because they have to be the same. Okay? And then lastly, we have an isosceles triangle, where we have two angles that are same and two sides that are the same. Okay? And we see that with the little lines like this. Now, a couple of things you should know. In an isosceles triangle, because these two lines are the same, these two angles are the same. So we put a little line through them to show that the angles are the same as well. Okay? Any questions?
I'm getting it.
Okay, so the thing about this, the thing about geometry is that you just kind of have to memorize the stuff and practice using it, okay? Geometry is almost like a set of rules, and then you have to remember those rules and then be able to use them in different kinds of questions. So let's take a look at different kinds. Oh, does anybody need time to copy this down? I'm sorry.
No, well, no, I just have one question about the equilateral. Like, I didn't know for like, I didn't know it like for example, like you said, it has two lines. I didn't know it can have like sometimes it can have one line or two lines. I thought it was just always just one line for each side.
Sometimes it can have two, sometimes it can have three, depending on how complicated the figure is. The important thing to remember is that it means like that whatever has the same number of lines is the same.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I can erase all of this.
No, you're good.
Okay. So first things first, let's start with an isosceles triangle. We know it's an isosceles triangle because it has two sides that are equal and two angles that are equal. Okay? So if it tells us in the triangle shown, A, B, C. Angle A is equal to okay, so in this first question, we're going to focus on the angles, okay? Remember I told you that all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, right? So here, angle A, I'm going to change the color to not confuse us. Angle A is 75 degrees. Because this is a base angle, it is equal with this one because this is an isosceles triangle. This one is also 75 degrees. So answers for C is 75 degrees. But it's also asking us for B. So the way we find B is we add them up. And we know that they add up to equal 180. So 150 plus B. This shows me that B is equal to 130. Oh, sorry, not 130. 30 degrees. Because I subtract 150 and I get 30. Okay? Easy peasy, right?